Most of our actions are performed outside our true self. So this is your true being, and this is your culture curated being or identity. Because anything identity is constructed. It's either you do it consciously from a place of understanding of who you are, or you allow the world to give you an identity that you will, merge with. You have all the frameworks, you have all the templates, you have all the books, you have all the channels. But why is it that we struggle to make progress? Attention span is very difficult to manage. If you check the reports or the academic studies that have been released, you see that people are struggling to maintain their attention, maintain focus on certain things over a period of time. And you begin to ask yourself, why is that happening? You don't have to copy everybody, because in that imitation and copying is your stress, is your frustration, is your being detached from who you truly are. You are not even tapping into the core, that uniqueness that you have been built with. So the first quarter of the year is already gone. And before you know what's happening, the second quarter will be over. And before you know what's happening also, year 2026 will be done and dusted. I felt like sharing this video in case it resonates with anybody. Now, this is not your regular YouTube channel where you giving you steps, all the things that people do just to get content. No, I'm just trying to be vulnerable. I'm just trying to be real, because we lack that in our world today. We really lack genuine, authentic conversations in our world today. A lot of things that people push out are simply to get engagement, to get followership, which is good, and to get the algorithm to like them, which is awesome. But what happens to genuine, authentic, meaningful conversation, telling ourselves the truth, being vulnerable with so many things that happens and the events that surround our world today, especially when it comes to clarity, when it comes to personal development, when it comes to progress, growth, tangible growth, not online growth or just vanity metrics that everybody is pursuing. So I sat back to review my first quarter of the year. That's January, February, March. At the beginning of the year, I set out to achieve a lot of things. I gave myself target. I started, the notion, build your brand. Like we've been advised that AI is coming to take over our jobs and so on, which is true. So I started. I got some templates, some models, some people who have done what I'm about to start doing, trying to see how I can learn one or two things from their work and infuse it into mine. Started creating content, started writing, started posting, still maintaining my 9 to 5 job, right? Although it's remote based. But while I was doing this first quarter review, I sat down with myself to really examine the essence of all these things. Why must we do the things that we are doing? Why must we post content? What is the meaning? What is the essence behind it? Is it because everybody is doing it? Is it because you've seen the widespread adoption of branding, people mentioning about personal branding, have to brand yourself or not, and so on? I sat with that question for a while, and to be honest with you, I did some of the things and the target I set out to achieve. I got some of them, I didn't achieve most. But deep down within me, something kept on asking a very silent question. What is the meaning of all these things? Because I'm this type of person that I don't just deal with surface level engagement of things. I like going deep into the reality, deeper consciousness of things to understand the provenance, the teleology of why we do a lot of things, and not just because of approval, because of what the culture is saying out there. And the simple truth is that we have morphed into a world of imitation. And what do I mean by imitation? There's a reason why a lot of people struggle sincerely with their work, sincerely with their life. A lot of people are trying to live out an identity that the generation that they live in has given to them, the culture they live in has given to them. Let me give you a point of reference. I mentioned at the beginning that people are talking about personal branding today. Open your YouTube channel, post more content, do this, do that, and so on. And all those things are good. They are true. But the deeper truth is that nobody cares to ask, who are you in the midst of all these content, all these ideas, all this notion that is being pushed out there? Who are you? Who are you in the midst of all of them? Who is that individual bringing it? Because no matter how you take everybody's advice, they are only going to advise you from their point of view, from their experience perspective. You still have to bring that advice into your own unique experience and dimension it accordingly to draw meaning out of it. But unfortunately, because of societal pressure, because of not trying to lose out, maybe FOMO, fear of missing out, we have become so accustomed to the ideas of doing what everybody is doing. You must do this, you must post, you have all the frameworks, you have all the templates, you have all the books, you have all the channels. But why is it that we struggle to make progress? Why is it that it's more difficult to make tangible progress compared to before? Attention span is very difficult to manage. If you check the reports or the academic studies that have been released, you see that people are struggling to maintain their attention and maintain focus on some certain things over a period of time. And you begin to ask yourself, why is that happening? Why is that happening? And the simple conclusion and viewpoint I arrived at is we abandoned ourselves in search of what the world is giving us. We literally forget about ourselves. So most of our actions, if this is your true self, most of our actions are performed outside our true self. So this is your true being, and this is your culture curated being or identity. Because anything identity is constructed. Anything you call identity is constructed. It's either you do it consciously from a place of understanding of who you are, or you allow the world to give you an identity that you will, merge with and defend and behave from. Right? So this is not, like I said at the beginning, I'm not trying to really give you 5 tips. I'm just trying to be vulnerable. I know some people out there are struggling. You are not sure if you are meeting up. You are not really certain what you are supposed to do. For me, what I've decided to do is to go further inwards, go further. Find me first. I'm not saying find you so that you will propagate you. No. From a place of self-awareness, from a place of understanding, from a place of self-knowledge. Who are you? What are you about? What's your design like? Because we are all human beings, but we are also uniquely configured. We are also uniquely wired to serve, to commit, to work with unique capabilities. And that's the truth. Let me give you a case in point. Your thumbprint is the only thumbprint on this planet. There is no other human being who has your type of thumbprint. Your iris, the same thing. It also goes into DNA and all those biological concepts that I won't want to go into details, right? Most of the things that will come out of imitation or copying what other people are doing will simply be substandard when compared to if you can become original, if you can become authentic. And, so people also mention authenticity, be authentic, be authentic. But there are deeper levels when it comes to being authentic. You can be fully authentic and yet scripted. You can be fully authentic and yet scripted. Because if you don't question that authenticity you have about yourself, going back to the point of originality, the place of beginning, it may be that the script you are running, the ideas you are having, the programs you are trying to churn out is from a place of a given identity. Automatically, if that is not originating from your core, from your being, from your innermost being, you're already scripted. And that is what a lot of people call authenticity. So there is originality, authenticity, and identity. Originality is where you have that core of you that is not contaminated, is not based on what was given to you. Maybe why you were growing up as a child, the culture, the school you went to, your environment, that part of you that is original as it was in the beginning. And what happens is that that part of us gets buried down the drain with our constructed identity. Now, the essence of this video is to bring to your consciousness that idea that you don't have to do what everybody is doing. You don't have to copy everybody, because in that imitation and copying is your stress, is your frustration, is your being detached from who you truly are. The more you copy, the more you are giving away your originality. You are not even tapping into the core, that uniqueness that you have been built with. And that is a recipe for all the frustration not being fulfilled. Fulfillment can only come from within. If you like, post 1 million videos. If you like, create content. You can be popular. You can get views. You can get the engagement, which is what the social media companies want you to do. Because social media companies are out there for 3 things: engagement, followership, and ads. They want you to perpetually be, so they are priming you, fine-tuning you to just keep on creating for them. And before you know it, you will lose yourself as an unannounced employee of these social media companies. And that's what most people do, right? So this is me being real outside what majority are doing, trying to, copy templates, do all stuff. And I want to build this channel from that point of just sharing real-time value with people. What really speaks to meaning? What really speaks to meaning? Maybe in my subsequent video, I will share my story, how all these things got started, my 10 years professional life, what I'm doing now, and hopefully it can resonate with maybe one person. If I see one person that it resonates with, that's my joy. We have a lot of gimmicks and game being played out there in the world today, and it's choking, right? If it's not choking you, man, it's choking me, right? So yeah, if I'm to call this video anything, I will call it the reason why we struggle. The reason why we struggle, simply because we abandon who we are in pursuit of what the world is telling us to do, or the identity the world has given us. The solution is to go inward. The solution is to find you first before you brand anything. And when it comes to branding, before you even brand any product, the product should be something remarkable. You should be confident. It should be not that you are planning to sell to make money. You should be confident in that product first. You poured in your strength, your energy, your attention into this thing, and you can bet your life on it that you can add value to people. Now, when you settle the development aspect of that, the refining, the fine-tuning of that product, then you can now figure out a way to position it in people's mind. That's where branding comes into. But a lot of people abandon the product itself and focus and face branding. They face attention. Everybody is looking for attention, chasing attention, going viral, and so on. So when you are now viral, what happens? Who are you? That being, that entity, that construct that is going viral. Who is that entity? A lot of people don't answer that question. A lot of people don't answer that question. And that's the recipe for all the chaos we have. Popular but powerless. Famous but unfulfilled. Saying a lot but never coming to the knowledge of truth. This is the era where we have a lot of information out there, but people are misguided more than ever before. Right? So I hope that this makes sense. I don't know whether it will make sense. I don't care if it makes sense. I'm just putting it out there. But I know sincerely in my heart, if this question came to me, if this inward search got triggered off in me. I'm sure a lot of people out there are also looking for answers, right? Yeah. So I hope this video resonates with you, and share it, like, follow, be dropping more genuine, authentic, original, original content, no gimmicks, sharing value, sharing things that will move and raise our level of consciousness, right? Thank you for sticking around till the end. I appreciate it, and see you in my next upload. Thank you.